Hey everybody, this is a So Many Sequels video update. We need to come up with a name for that, I guess. Something
Yeah.
more cool than video
So many
update.
sequel special.
Yeah, so many updates.
So many updates. There are today.
There are.
Today
Endless
is
list.
it's Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you.
That's right.
And there was enough cool Star Wars news today that we thought we'd do a little video talking about some of them.
Yes.
So where do we want to start? Do we want to start with the big one, or do you
No,
want to start with some of the small ones?
Well, we'll start with the most obvious, I think.
Okay.
The most obvious being that Rise of Skywalker is now available on Disney Plus. You can watch now all 9 episodes of the Skywalker saga and Rogue One and all of Clone Wars and all of Mandalorian. Basically, anything that Star Wars has been released at this point, you can watch them all on Disney Plus.
Except for Solo.
Except for Solo.
Solo is still on Netflix
for now,
but it's coming. It's coming to Disney Plus
someday soon.
I was gonna say,
but
is it on its way?
What?
Way? Like, is it gonna come to Disney Plus? But it sounds like it is.
Yeah, it will. I think it's sometime this summer. If you look it up in the app, it'll tell you. It says like coming, yada yada.
October X.
Yeah,
date,
something like that.
But that's it for like that. That was something we knew that was coming. But what we didn't know was coming is what you were talking about, the big news.
The big news.
Yeah.
Brand new movie. Brand new movie.
Yep.
Which we figured movies were still going to come.
Mm-hmm.
We know about. Well, as always with Star Wars, there's a lot of changes that happen. You know, there was going to be a trilogy from the Game of Thrones guys. That's not happening anymore. There's supposedly a trilogy from Rian Johnson, but that's not really been talked about in a long time.
No.
But that had been indicated.
In theory, in development still.
Right. But today, Disney and Lucasfilm announced that a new movie will be co-written and directed by Taika Waititi.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, Taika Waititi of Thor Ragnarok and In the Shadows, or What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows.
And
Jojo Rabbit, Academy
Award-winning screenplay.
I can't take credit for this because I saw it on Reddit, but the new movie will probably be called Jar Jar Rabbit. Can't take credit for it though.
You know, that's what I really kind of hope they do, not that specifically, but I hope they let Taika just like explore the regions of Star Wars that we've really not seen mined except for on like the internet, which is the lighter side, the comedic side of the Star Wars universe. We've all been making fun of Star Wars for like the last 40 years, but the movies are always so serious. Like, let Taika Waititi explore a whole different side of the of the world. I'm excited to see new genres within the genre of Star Wars.
Yes, I agree with that. And hopefully, you know, we've seen this happen in the past, most notably with Solo when they hired Lord and Miller to do that movie and then subsequently fired them. Yeah. I hope that a lesson has been learned and they will let Taika do what he wants to do because, you know, he's going to be a weird guy.
Yeah, you know, I think they have I think the thing is they have a lot of they've have a lot of experience with Taika by this point. You know, they made a Marvel movie with him. He directed an episode of The Mandalorian or 2.
Yes, the finale, the season finale.
So like I think that they have an idea with him. Maybe the stuff with Lord and Miller was like a first time working together situation. It seemed like, so maybe things didn't quite work out.
Well, and and he's also a Marvel director, so there's some crossover there.
Yeah,
with the Disney folks,
they have some experience with him. But,
also, to make this movie even more exciting, obviously Taika's the big name, but he's co-writing this new Star Wars screenplay with Christy Wilson Cairns, who is the screenwriter behind 1917.
Ooh, okay, yeah. She worked with Sam Mendes on that.
She worked with Sam Mendes on that. So we've got 2 people behind 2 of the biggest movies of the last year working on a new Star Wars film, which is exciting.
Yeah. Both those films are nominated for writing. So
yeah,
I assume it'll be a pretty well written event. I hope they let them explore.
I mean, on one hand you got like very heavy drama,
Mhm.
and you have lighthearted comedy.
Mhm.
Exactly. And um Taika especially has shown that he can do both. He can balance both pretty well. I mean, the best example I think that we could presumably compare this to is going to be Thor Ragnarok, and he manages action, big blockbuster action with comedy very well there.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited to see how
This
this
is the
turns
most
out.
excited I've been for a Star Wars news in a while.
Yeah, pretty much since the Kenobi series was announced. I was
Yeah,
big
that
on
was
the
a big
Kenobi
deal.
film, but that's the only big movie they announced though. They announced a new
Yes,
series though, right?
they did. They also announced a new series. Again, we don't know anything about what it's going to be about, but it's being developed by Leslie Headland, who co-created Russian Doll on Netflix with
Right.
Natasha Leone. So
Right.
that's exciting. That was a really good show. Did you guys get to see that at all?
I've only seen the first few episodes, but
Yeah.
I haven't got to watch beyond that.
It's pretty cool. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. They've already announced 2 other Disney Plus shows in the Star Wars universe. We've got the Rogue One prequel based on Cassian Andor's life, and we have the Obi-Wan show that you mentioned earlier that's supposed to take place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope.
That's right.
So we have no release dates on any of those, but we know they're coming. So, you know, I think we talked about it when we may have talked about it when we did the Rise of Skywalker episode, that this is like hardly the end of Star Wars.
No, they're just finding new ways to explore.
Oh yeah. And hopefully they can really, I'm really hopeful that they branch out in big ways now that we're not tied to the Skywalker thing anymore.
No,
that
and
we can
definitely
finally branch out. You know, I know a lot of people loved I don't remember what they call it now, but before Disney took over, they had expanded into the book universe and all that, be way beyond the Skywalker stories, and people really loved that. So hopefully they start doing that kind of thing again.
Yeah, I know it was announced a few weeks ago. They announced like a book series called The High Republic. What do you got, Andrew?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, no, I mean, this is just speculation, but like,
Yeah.
how long do you think it's going to be before like Star Wars and Marvel both have their own channels?
I mean, they probably will never separate them now that they've got them all under the Disney Plus roof. But
yeah, I mean, they have their own little tabs.
Yeah, but every new thing they get just makes the streamer that much more valuable.
Yeah.
I watched A New Hope on it today.
Yeah, I haven't had it on today, but I'm very excited to check out this new docuseries about the Mandalorian.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I think it also came out today. Disney Galleries.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah,
the Mandalorian. So I think it's 8 episodes, an 8-episode docuseries about the making of the Mandalorian season 1. The first episode is out. I watched it as well, and it focuses on the directing, and they have a roundtable discussion with the directors. So you got Favreau there, Taika, Bryce Dallas Howard, and just the whole cast of directors is there talking about directing the show. It was really interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So I think each episode is going to be about a different aspect of the show, I guess.
I would think you got to think at least one episode's going to be about the new way that they did, like the new visual effects that they kind of not really pioneered because it was kind of in development, but they utilized probably on a larger scale than had been used before. This idea of, I think it's called LED mapping. And instead of a green screen, what they do is they put the actor or the performer in the middle of this giant LED screen that is like super high def and just populate, and like basically they can put in the background, and the background can shift and move however they need it to. And that way they don't have to worry about lighting, or they don't have to worry about bloom from the green screen getting onto the actors. It's a fascinating thing. But hopefully they do an episode about that because it's really fascinating to see.
I remember they did that for Rogue One, didn't they?
I think they did it a little bit for Rogue One. What else do we have here?
Well, those are the two big ones: the show and the movie. And we talked about The Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
Dropped on Disney Plus. I think you had some video game news,
Yeah.
didn't you?
If you're a big fan of Jedi Fallen Order, which I am, I finished it a few weeks ago. I had a hard time getting started, but then once I got the hang of it, I just couldn't put it down. They just released a big free DLC update today, which has like a arena mode, new game plus, which was like the only thing after I finished the game I was like, I can't do a new game plus. That kind of stinks. Which means basically you can start a new game, but with all the upgrades you got over the course of the game, and basically just wipe the floor and feel like an actual Jedi, because it's one of those games where you acquire abilities over time. And so by the end of the game, you're like ready for the final task, but you finally get all your powers and it's just like, okay, game's over. There's nothing left to do. So it's going to be pretty cool. And then a bunch of new cosmetic update stuff too. And that's all free just for May the 4th. So that's pretty cool. And then I have one more thing. So if you guys haven't seen this yet, go to put in Google or go to StarWars.com and just type in StarWars.com May the 4th attack ad. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. It's just very funny. May the 4th attack ad. And so check that out at home. If once you're finished watching this video, go to StarWars.com May the 4th attack ad. It's pretty funny. I hope that they continue to use May the 4th as a day to just drop Star Wars bombshells.
Interesting. Okay. I think I found it.
Okay.
I'll not watch it on camera, but
we'll see what happens tomorrow. My hope is tomorrow they do Revenge of the Fifth and they actually start and they release some more Star Wars news. I don't think they will.
Real fans stick around for Revenge of the Fifth.
I don't know if Disney's caught on to Revenge of the Fifth yet. Do you guys want to talk at all about the controversy Disney got into with May the 4th?
I don't know about it. What controversy?
Apparently Disney Plus about 3 or 4 days ago tweeted, we're holding a contest for May the 4th. Tweet hashtag May the 4th with your favorite Star Wars memories, and we'll feature it in something special. They didn't really say exactly what it was, but they said in something special. And then they put like a link that they had, and in the link it said, know that by tweeting with hashtag May the 4th, you give Disney the right to take your stuff and use it for their properties. Like they're basically you're giving them license to use your
whatever they want with that
stuff,
tweet.
your likeness, any of that. And the thing is,
like they don't have it already, Andrew.
Well, the thing is, people were like, "Hey, no, you can't enforce that because you can't guarantee that people who are tweeting May the 4th read your tweet." May the 4th is a pre-existing hashtag that you're co-opting for this thing. So like you can in theory use somebody's stuff without them knowing it. And nobody nobody signed anything. You're just hoping they've read this tweet. So Disney had to like come out with like a follow-up. Whoops, we're sorry. What we meant is reply to this tweet when you do your hashtag, So
no, that's funny. That's a pretty big oversight. At least they fixed it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you wouldn't even think about unless you're really thinking about it in the moment. You're like, wait a minute, because like it's one of those things like nobody owns hashtags,
right?
No.
But
did we ever figure out what they used the
really
tweets for?
I don't think so. I don't know if they ended up
because they're running out of time.
Yeah, I don't know if they end up using the project or not.
Lame.
They may have not gone through with it, or
it's because we didn't submit our Star Wars memories. If we had, they'd have used them.
But
there's a couple more things I'll just brush over quickly from StarWars.com. This is not something that any of us will get to mess with, but they announced a new Star Wars VR game for PlayStation VR, Vader Immortal.
Sounds
All 3 episodes will be available for one individual purchase, and they released some key art on StarWars.com. They also released key art for Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Oh man, that's been they announced that like a year and a half ago.
I know. Now they got some art, and it looks, like a Lego game.
Yeah.
I'm not stunned by any of this, but hopefully it's fun. I feel like I'd like the Lego games, but I haven't really gotten into them.
Yeah, I haven't played one in a long time, but I used to love them because they were surprisingly more complex than you would think.
Yep.
I mean, is it just? I've never played one. Is it just like a regular? I mean, is it just like a video game, like with a regular plot point? Just everything is Legos.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically a recreation of the movie's story,
Right.
except you're filling in little bits. So like you'll see like the Lego characters act out the scene, and
Yeah.
then you'll have to get from like point A to point B so that you can get to the next scene. And there's
Oh,
platforming, there's puzzle solving, and then it's kind of more aimed at kids. So there's a lot of like fun Easter eggs like tucked away into the game, things that are
oh, okay.
so, and all the while you're collecting. You collect like money, and then you can buy new characters, so you can free play and you can create your own cool things. Because like you can have like Darth Maul and Darth Vader in playing through the events of Episode 1,
Okay. Okay.
or something like that. You can mix and match the characters, and not just so you play like the story mode, then you unlock free characters, and then you play through it again with different characters. Different characters have different abilities. Anyway. So those were always really fun when I was a kid. I'd be interested in seeing how they do it now, because I think that they're not going to. I don't imagine they'll do the exact same game again.
Yeah.
That's about. I mean, I think that's close to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those were the last couple things I thought we could talk about.
Yeah.
So it's a fun Star Wars day.
It is.
It's a shame they couldn't do the big celebration they usually do. It's usually fun to watch the videos of that.
Yeah, hopefully they'll. Hopefully
Star
Disney.
Wars Day thing.
Hopefully Disney will do like a big thing for all their stuff just at once.
Yeah.
Like I don't know when normally D23 would be, but hopefully they'll do some. Maybe they'll do some kind of like digital event.
Yeah, something would be nice. I mean, hopefully by next Star Wars Day we can have conferences or whatever again. But I'm trying to look up when D23 is. Oh, it looks like it's not till November, so who knows?
Shoot.
Who knows about November? Yep. No more. We're done. Cool video.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, check us out and follow us. I think we've probably got a new series going on right now.
Yes.
So
yes.
Check that out.
Follow subscribe to the podcast, somanysequels.com. You can find all the places to subscribe there. Of course, we've already covered the original Star Wars trilogy and the sequel trilogy. I posted about those today with links to each one on the So Many Sequels Facebook page. So find us on social media and subscribe to the show, and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done that yet.
Please.
Yes. All right.
We love you guys.
See you next time.
See you later.